What about your premieres? Call MBC. Advertise your birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, church program, or request our coverage at your function. MBC, at your service 24/7. Call 832-887-6452 or call 281-888-9502. MBC, your favorite station, sharing African views.
Good morning. This is Dawn on MBC. We are so happy to be with you today. This is Oge. I'm standing in for our special lady, Charlotte. And today I have a guest with me that is here with me today, Abimbola, the pretty lady. So we welcome her being on the show with us today. And I just want to assure you that today we have a lot of hot topics for you that, everybody's raving about. Is on the whole news. Whenever you turn on the TV, you see that there are a lot of, interesting things going on. And so we feel excited to also bring this to you so that you join us, and we'll be expecting you to call in at various times to also engage with us in the different conversations we'll be bringing up to you. So it's really, really been a very busy week for us, and we look forward to, entertaining you today and bringing a lot of information and stuff that is going to really be exciting for you. So we want you to, stay with us and see what we're going to be doing next. Welcome back at Dawn at MBC. We're back to discuss with you with the different topics that we have for you today. Today we're going to be talking about the famous coach Keshi that died recently. I know that there is a lot of people are raving about what he has contributed to Nigerian football team, and I want to, first of all, before we go there, I want to allow Abimbola to tell us more about herself, and then we're going to address the topic. Hi.
Hi, everyone. Hi, my name is Abimbola Shonawa, and I'm really excited to be part of the show today with Oge, and I'm going to give as much of my input as much as I can and contribution to talking about Keshi, Muhammad Ali, and then what we found out this morning as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So back on one of the topics that we have about Keshi. Keshi is the coach that has really been very instrumental in Nigerian football team. He has been a captain. He has also helped Nigerian football team to win a lot of games. And interestingly, prior to his death, we learned that his wife died 6 months prior.
Yes.
And now it is his death. And, when you think about the Nigerian football team, we know how much we love our football. We know how much Nigeria brags about, the pride of the nation, the Super Eagle.
Yes.
How we have entertained, Super Eagle has entertained the world for many years. And now, one of those that has been very instrumental in bringing about the success has died. I want to invite Abimbola to really give us her input based on this situation.
Yeah, it's quite sad though, because like you said earlier that 6 months ago he lost his wife and now he's also gone, and it's saddens me because he only died at 54, which is quite young for a lot of people. Yes. And there is not a lot about how his death came about. I haven't been able to search that yet. But in reading about him, I found out that he was one of the very first man who paved the way for Nigerians to get into Europe and back in the 80s. And he did a lot for the football community, and he really, really worked his way up to becoming, the Nigerian coach who led the Eagles to Nation Cup back in 1994. So he's been, there on the scene doing his bit. Yes. So it's a big, big loss. Yes. Big loss.
I can imagine. As a matter of fact, yesterday I was talking to one of my brothers, and I was really it's kind of he's not the kind of person who tries to show emotions, but the way he came across, like it was like a personal loss to him. I mean, I know that he has really been in football for many years, and him talking about this, I could sense the sadness. And another interesting part too was when he talked about how we seem to have treated this man very poorly. I'm not sure, I don't know the details of the information, but the way it came across, it kind of made it appear that we really lost somebody that has really given us a lot of, positive things to brag about. And for me, I just feel that when things like this happen, it's like we count blessings, and we also, it's an opportunity for us to learn how to move forward to become more appreciative of people that help us to achieve certain successes.
Right, but should we wait till they're dead before we appreciate them? I know I'm not a football fanatic like that, but I've heard of Keshi, but I didn't really know his story until his death. Okay. Something like that. I feel like we should celebrate our heroes a lot more in the African community rather than wait until they're dead, which is what we do even for normal people. Like, it's not until your auntie's gone that we really remember what they've done for us and stuff like that. But look, we want to know what you think about it. So don't forget to call let us know.
So we're inviting you to call in. You can call in at 713-340-7514. We want to know what you think about this, because I know that football is something that is very huge for Nigerians, and definitely we know that you definitely have something to say about this.
Right.
And while we are waiting for your call, we know that we also have somebody who has, a strong knowledge about sports. His name is Mr. Well, okay, we're gonna withhold that. Is a little bit of we're gonna hold that from you for for the meantime until we come back.
Welcome to Trinity Africa Bar and Grill at Suite J, 5700 South Gessner, Houston, Texas 77036. Come dine in a contemporary setting and enjoy our specialties like Francophone coconut rice, grilled fish, plantain and African spice, jollof rice, pounded yam and ogbono soup, vegetable soup, and much more. Calling to order your takeout and outdoor catering and experience our second-to-none services at an affordable price. Take advantage of our $10 lunch special from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Trinity African Bar and Grill is located at Suite J, 5700 South Gessner, Houston, Texas 77036. A taste that commands order for more.
Hi, welcome back at Dawn on MBC. We are really happy to keep entertaining you and giving you all the nice things you want to hear that has happened over the past week and a couple of days. Well, we have another coach, another special person that is connected to our Nigerian football team, the Super Eagle, that passed away on Friday, and his name is Amodu Shuaibu. He was 58 years old when he passed, and then this is a man who has also contributed in making Nigeria football team great. And, it kind of really makes me wonder, how much we have really been blessed as a nation, as a group of people. And as we mourn his death, and I know that many of us will have a lot of things to say. And as I said earlier on, we have the phone number available for anybody who wants to call in to tell us more about what they think about these two deaths, 713-340-7514. And with me too, we have a special person that will be contributing to this hot topic to tell us more about these two people that we have mentioned. His name is Joaquin.
Okay, it's nice being with you as usual,
Thank you very much.
And it's nice being between two beautiful women this morning. Extremely beautiful.
Thank you very much. Can you tell us what you think about this? I know that you are like a football guru when it comes to...
Okay, the first thing, soccer, because we're in Houston here, talking from Houston. When you talk about football, people think we are talking about American football. Well, actually, we're not talking about American football, we're talking about soccer.
Yes.
And it's also nice for us because we are in the United States of America. We've seen the passing of an icon when it comes to sports. We've seen Muhammad Ali pass.
Yes.
We've seen the way he has been treated, even while he was alive, and now he's gone. We've seen how the American society reacted to his passing. Now because this is an African station, and whether we like, I'm a Nigerian, and I think both of you are Nigerians, we have some kind of affinity for Nigeria.
Yes.
We've now, the same circumstance that has happened to Muhammad Ali here in America has happened to us in soccer. We have two icons of Nigerian soccer has passed. It's nice doing a clear comparison on how they have been treated or how the news has been received, if I'll use that word, how the news has been received back home concerning the passing of both Keshi and Amodu Shuaibu, and how the American society received the news of the passing of Muhammad Ali. I don't even want to look at it, how did the world, though Muhammad Ali was a world figure, whether he started from somewhere and the origin is America, how did the two societies react to it? And that is critical.
But I think, can I hold it?
Somebody's calling.
We have a call here coming in. Let's take this call. Hello, welcome at Dawn and MBC. Hello?
How are you doing?
I'm very well. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. My name is Daniel.
Okay, Daniel, how are you?
I'm fine. I think I'm not in the TV. I have a question I need to ask him.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to ask him about in my country, Nigeria. There's no possible way we can have radio station here so we can hear our music good for radio station?
This for now, we are focusing on football, and we've taken note of what you have said. And we'll give you feedback in due course. Thank you for calling me now. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Yes, as I was saying, so we can do a quick comparison as to the both situation, the both comparison, and both nations, whether we like it or US comprises 50 nations, and we need to do a clear comparison and see what area are we doing things wrong, what area do we need to improve on, and how do we need to improve on it.
Okay. It's very interesting that you're bringing this topic out the way you kind of talked about it, because as I listened to you talk, one of the things that came up to my mind is how much we value, the sports that we're talking about. Because I know that in American culture, sports is such a big thing that, everybody's all invested in it. However, in Nigeria, it's like only a few. I mean, I know things that has to do with football, more oftentimes it's the guys that are so invested, because I don't know whether it's cultural or just, what people really enjoy to
But
do.
if you can take it away from even football and look at maybe actors and actresses that have died in Nigeria.
Yes.
And I think it's mainly because we don't know how to celebrate our people while they're alive. So even while they're dead, it doesn't make any difference to us. So that's where I feel our problem is.
Fine, you see, it's nice you're bringing up different perspectives. But first of all, I think part of the problems we can identify is how do we produce our icons? Is there a structure on ground that has produced these people? If you look at the history of Stephen Keshi first went to, I think, Cote d'Ivoire, where he played for, I think, Asset Mimosa, and from there he went to Belgium and played for Anderlecht, and from there he opened the floodgates and brought a lot of Nigerian youthful footballers into the professional arena at the international level. But the question that is clear is, do we have a structure on ground in Nigeria like you have in America, where with a practice collegiate football? You start from secondary, high school. You attend the draft. You are drafted in at the draft. From there, you be going to the professional level. From the professional level, you are so celebrated and all of that. But in Nigerian situation, because you see, I think one of the greatest challenges we have, especially when it comes to Nigeria, is because we do not celebrate people when they are even alive.
Exactly.
So when you don't celebrate people when they are alive, how do you celebrate them when they have passed? Shuaibu Amodu was 4-time Super Eagles coach. 4-time Super Eagles coach. And you know the unfortunate thing about it, he never led the Super Eagles to the World Cup. Do you know why? Anytime, and he qualifies the Super Eagles in one of, I think 2 or 3 of the occasions, he qualified the Super Eagles to go to the World Cup. Just at the time to go to the World Cup, they say he's not good enough. A Nigerian is not good enough. Is it a black man is not good enough? Or that you want a white man to come and lead a great country like Nigeria to the World Cup? It becomes a crazy thing.
I like this.
It becomes a very, very crazy thing.
I want to let Abimbola tell us what she thinks.
No, because like you can observe that in a lot of different scenarios, not even just football. We appreciate the white man's perspective. We appreciate another person, another culture apart from our own. We don't like to encourage people from our own. So that's why all these things going to constantly be there.
Even in Houston, even amongst the Nigerian community, it's Houston, it is also surfacing. It's also surfacing. Because if you go around here in Houston, you will see that the Chinese have a community, I won't call it a kind of community program that tends to promote what they are doing, promote their culture. The Vietnamese promoting their culture, the Indians promoting their culture. But I went around was it yesterday, and I kept on asking people, please, is there a Nigerian center somewhere in Houston where I can go, I can ask questions about Nigeria? They said I should go to the embassy.
Wow. Interesting. Thank you very much for this is really beyond me, sincerely. But it's really good that we're bringing this topic because it kind of is exciting to me somehow, because I know before we actually direct it towards the whole community of Nigeria, I have something that constantly comes up to mind when it comes to do with Nigerian community. The deep-seated issues that we have. And I believe that it's like the contributing factor to many things that we're not doing right.
Okay, you've answered the question.
Exactly.
Now you've gotten to that we have a deep-seated problem.
Yes,
and because we have a deep-seated problem, wherein, I would say, is it the so-called tribalism that we have, we've even carried it out of Nigeria and we brought it abroad. And that is what is affecting the way we celebrate our icons. Immediately, an Hausa man like Joe Musa, San Musa, let's look at someone like who? I want to look at a prominent footballer, Babangida. Who comes from the north. Immediately he comes today and he celebrated the next day. The Yoruba man was a come on now. So those kind of stuff. So it's really affecting the way we celebrate our icons, whether alive or when they have passed.
Yes. Just to say that, it's the topic that we're really discussing is something that everybody can relate to, because, it's not just the football that we're talking about now, but we're talking about something that is central to our community as Nigerians. And this is something that I know that everybody that is tuning in right now knows how valuable we need to become more aware of these things. We're going to take a short break, and then we're going to come back and give you more interesting topics. Welcome back at Dawn on MBC. Earlier on, we were discussing about the football coaches that has served Nigerian community or Nigerian as a country. And we really have some heated, important topics about how this has impacted our community. And now we want to really compare these three icons that died recently. Shuaibu, Amodu, Keshi, and I know Joachim mentioned Muhammad Ali, that has also been a very big icon in black community. So we're going to be comparing the value that these three people bring into the black community. Can you tell us more of what you think, Joachim?
First, Muhammad Ali, he was laid to rest yesterday. They said thousands of people lined the streets. Some of the great, even the president, former President Clinton was there at the burial. You have Will Smith was there at the burial. Look, in life, he was treated like a legend. In life, when he passed, he became. In life, he was treated as an icon, as a sporting icon. But in death, he has been treated as a true legend that he truly deserves.
Yes.
Now, if we compare it with Keshi and Ali, how did we treat the two of them in life?
You mean Keshi and
Ali
Shuaibu?
and Shuaibu, sorry, Keshi and Shuaibu Amodu.
Okay.
First of all, everybody knows the story, Everybody knows the story about how this. We mentioned it initially that tribalism is part and parcel of the problem we have faced in our country. And when you see some of those things, you can see it says Shuaibu Amodu in life was 4 times Super Eagles coach. That means when things go bad, they have, when the white men they bring, let me use that word, when the white men they bring get things wrong and messes up everything, they bring in Shuaibu Amodu to come and fix the thing. And immediately he finish fixing the thing, guess what they do? They kick him out and they bring back another white man to come and mess up the thing. Then you now have Stevie Keshi. Stevie Keshi has coached Cotonou, I think the national team of Republic of our neighbor is the Cotonou coach, and we also have him going to Mali to go and coach the Mali national team. He came to Nigeria and he coached our national team. The very, very, very funny thing is, how was he treated?
Okay, we're going to take this call. Excuse me. We're going to take this call briefly, and then we continue with the conversation. Hello?
Hello? Yeah, I'm out to MBC.
Yes, go ahead.
Can you tell us your name, please?
Yeah, this is Yomi.
Okay, Yomi, how are you?
Well, I can say I'm fine.
Good.
Personally.
Okay.
But on the other side, I'm really so. I think the last 24 hours I was disappointed, but today, I'm able to try to find a word to describe my mood.
Okay.
It's more like I'm giving up eventually.
Please don't. Please don't give up.
What exactly?
You know, the story about Nigeria is that everybody blames the leadership. Everybody blames each other.
That's true.
Nobody is looking at the mirror.
That's true.
The leadership is a reflection of every Nigerian on the street.
That's true.
The followership produces the leadership. So when the leadership is wicked, it's a testimony to the wickedness of the followership. Now, you know the problem? They will go to the church and the mosque and everywhere, and they will claim, oh, I'm good. So the next man is bad. Nigeria is the only country where it has become a crime to serve the country.
That's true.
It has become a crime to serve Nigeria. As not just a Nigerian, even as a human being. The very moment you step in to serve Nigeria, that's the very moment they begin to hate you. There is a culture of hate built over the last 30 years in Nigeria. By parents, by the society, by the church, by the mosque. As a matter of fact, the church and the mosque have become a huge institutional failure.
Yeah.
So when you look at Nigeria as a story, it is not just a dirge, but it's a tragedy of a country where everybody is in denial.
Yomi, thank you for because we don't have a lot of time. We've noted your contribution.
Wait, you haven't let me finish.
Okay, please.
You have not noted nothing. I'm looking at the cases of these two young gentlemen, Shuaibu, Amodu, and Keshi. Listen, don't just note what I'm telling you. Let it be known that this is a reflection of how wicked we are as a country. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Yomi. We really value your contribution. We had Yomi on the line who really shared something very valuable that all of us need to, pay attention to. Yomi talks about us being able to really look at ourselves in the mirror, because whatever we see happening in our country is a reflection of who we are. So Yomi is inviting us to look at ourselves and reevaluate ourselves. So we're going to be rounding up this this session because we have somebody else coming in. We have FB, a gospel singer. He's an award-winning gospel singer. I got a little bit of chance to talk to him. He said that he used to live in New York, but currently is located here in Houston, and he has really done very well. His music is mostly like hip hop or reggae style kind of gospel. It's not a typical gospel that all of us know, but the way he talks about it is something that can be very entertaining, that everybody can really be a part of. So we're going to be welcoming Yomi. We're going to be welcoming FB when we come back. So tune in with us.
Baton Rouge at Suite J, 5700 South Gessner, Houston, Texas 77036. Come dine in a contemporary setting and enjoy our specialties like Francophone coconut rice, grilled fish, plantain and African spice, jollof rice, pounded yam and ogbono soup, vegetable soup, and much more. Calling to order your takeout and outdoor catering and experience our second-to-none services at an affordable price. Take advantage of a $10 lunch special from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Trinity African Bar and Grill is located at Suite J, 5700 South Gessner, Houston, Texas 77036. A taste that commands order for more.
to the top. The mafia knows that man can't stress me. Cause we're blessed, man, nobody stress ya. All the things we do for I come blessed, man. From the bottom to the top, the mafia knows that man can't stress me. Cause we're blessed, man, nobody stress ya. All the things we do for I come blessed, man. Man, no stressing, but it's a lesson. Everywhere I go, haters wanna test me. I'm on a new kingship, they wanna X me. So when I blow like a king, just bless them. Cause I do this like the new hits. I've got the cinnamon, them say, ooh, this ain't no crucifix. I got Jesus, he's on my checklist. I'm used to this. Yo, let me tell you how I roll, homie. Been through the fire, so I'm coming up as gold, homie. Never be stressing when I got the Holy Ghost on me. I've got the greatest, the most hits, got the zone for me. So I'm in a fear, man, bad mind.
Welcome back here on Dawn at MBC. It's really been a pleasure engaging with you since this show started. As I mentioned earlier before we went on break, that we have a special guest with us, FB. He's an artist, he's a gospel singer. His own kind of music is a very unique and, is a kind of music that I believe everybody will be excited to be a part of. So here, Heavy, can you tell us more about what you do?
It's a pleasure being here. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Heavy is a totally different kind of person when it comes to music. I grew up into music. I started playing music at the age of, I believe, 5 years old. Wow. Played drums and, started writing my own piece of music at maybe getting close to my teenage, maybe like I was 11 and stuff, but music has been my passion. And one thing about me, I realized that I just want, I want my message to get across far and beyond, not just limited to a certain group of people, even though I'm well known as a gospel artist, but I believe gospel is not just to certain people; it's for everybody. So and that's the reason why I just have my style of music, not just to certain people, but it's diverse. Whereby I'm able to reach out non-Christians and both Christians as well. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So what inspired you to go into? You said you sing and you rap. So what inspired you to do that?
I'll say, being the fact that music is part of my life and stuff, and I grew up, listening to hip hop and stuff like that. When I was in high school, messed around with doing circular rap music, and we used to battle rap back in the days in high school, and we used to, trying to be all gangster, But at the end of the day, I just feel I just want to be different. Everybody does the same, but I just feel I could be different from the norm.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And people sometimes try to make it seem like, oh, you're different. You the nerd, or I want to be different.
Yes.
So going into gospel hip hop is something I feel. I want to be. Let me use this word. I want to be impactful. I want to place impact in people's lives.
So are you strictly gospel? Because I know some people dabble in both. So are you strictly just gospel and preaching a message?
Yes, I would say my line is straight positive. I would say gospel. Okay. But then again, it's more of an inspirational music. It's more of a positive music whereby, anyone can listen to my music. Okay. I talk about life situation. I talk about what I go through. I talk about what people go through. Wow. I talk about general stuff that we pass through. It's more of like an encouraging thing. Like my newest video that is up right now is called No Stressing. The whole concept of that song is what we go through as human. Now we'll find ourselves in a situation whereby we're stressing over bills, we're stressing over mortgage, we're stressing over, a whole bunch of stuff. So why are you stressing? So that's just how it is,
And you said one thing that I really want to focus on. You said you have a message. Right. I'm curious to know what that message is. Really, really curious.
Well, I would say the message as more of a life-changing message.
Life,
Yes. Life-changing because we find ourselves in situations whereby we cannot handle it.
Yes.
But at that point, what do you do if you can't handle that situation? So at that point, that's when you have to realize, there's a God somewhere. That's the time, like, I want to go on my knees and pray and say, God, I need you at this point. What am I supposed to do? And that's that message.
I'm also wondering, as I hear you talk, because I know that there are many of our Nigerian community that is truly gifted in some kind of way. Do you welcome, like I know you say you write music.
Right.
Do you welcome like if somebody wants have a message that they want you to incorporate in your music?
Oh yeah,
welcome that.
Absolutely, yes I do. I'm very open to working with people. I'm currently working with a couple of. I worked with an artist back in Nigeria as well too on one of my new single called Elevates. It's all over. You can get in any music sites. Feature them. Shout out to Morientes. So I'm also networking with a couple of guys in Nigeria here as well, and also in Jamaica as well too. Because I have
you do reggae.
I do reggae dance hall with a little influence to mine. So it's sort of different. So you would never hear, or as like most of the time, it's either you hear straight hip hop, or you hear straight Afro hip hop, or you hear straight reggae dance hall. But with a combination of both hip hop, Afro hip hop, and dance hall all together in one song, it's rare, and
that's what makes you different.
That's what makes me different.
Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So if somebody wants to get your album or your single, is there a downloadable link?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
I'm on iTunes. I'm on iTunes. Any music site, you can Google me up. I tell people like the YouTube. Just search for my name, HEPH space B Hef B. And that's just how it works. And I'm here, just making it happen and making it work.
And does Hef B stand for something?
Yes. Now the full name of Hef B, when I initially got that name, is Hepzibah.
Okay.
And Hepzibah was derived from Isaiah 62 verse 4. Ooh. And that word Hepzibah means God's delight.
Okay.
So it's like,
beautiful. Never knew that.
Yeah, I know. So it means God's delight, and the B part means Beulah. So as God's delight and married to God. So so it's a combination of both names, So I just took, I shortened the name. I gave so Hef B. The full name is Hepzibah Beulah, but just cut it short to stand out more.
Okay, thank you so much, Hef B here. It's really been a pleasure listening to you tell us about what you do. And so our viewers out there, you can get his music on YouTube. You say YouTube, right?
Yes.
You can also get it on iTunes and, Google him if you want to know more about him.
Right.
So we're going to be taking a short break, and when we come back, we have something special from the Life Coach segment to share with you. Stay tuned.
So when you see me, I'm on the next thing. Yeah. I am blessed. And I am blessed. Say I am blessed. Can't make us up. From the bottom to the top, and my people say man can't trust me. Cause I'm blessed, man, nobody trust me. All the things I do, Father, I'm blessed, man. From the bottom to the top, and my people say man can't trust me. Cause I'm blessed, man, nobody trust me. All the things I do, Father, I'm blessed, man. I am blessed. I am blessed. No stressing, no stressing, no stressing, no.
Welcome to Trinity Africa Bar and Grill at Suite J, 5700 South Gessner, Houston, Texas 77036. Come dine in a contemporary setting and enjoy our specialties like Francophone coconut rice, grilled fish, plantain and African spice, jollof rice, pounded yam and ogbono soup, vegetable soup, and much more. Calling to order your takeout and outdoor catering and experience our second-to-none services at an affordable price. Take advantage of a $10 lunch special from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Trinity African Bar and Grill is located at Suite J, 5700 South Gessner, Houston, Texas 77036. A taste that commands order for more.
Welcome back at Dawn on MBC. I'm going to be allowing Abimbola to give us a little information that we just got about one of our special people.
Yes, and in the spirit of what we've been talking about for so long now, about icons dying in the African setting, we're just told that Hollywood has lost another icon called Henrietta Kosoko, and it's quite saddening. That's the wife of Jide Kosoko, and she died earlier on this week.
Wow. As we mourn her loss, we just take remember her family, remember the husband, remember how much they have really entertained us and come to our living room to really make us happy. And we wish that her soul rest in peace. And now we're transitioning for the life coach segment. Today we're going to be discussing about finding your life purpose. When I talk about finding your life purpose, what really, it kind of makes me wonder whether any of us ever wonder why we are here in this world. What does it really mean to find one's life purpose? What comes to my mind is that most times, when we are little, up until the age that, it's time for us to make choices what we want to study in school, oftentimes it's inspired by what our parents tell us to study. And sometimes we see many people struggle. We don't understand why they struggle. It's like fitting a square peg in a round hole. It becomes very challenging for them to really make ends meet in what they are doing. Finding one's life purpose can really be easy, can make it easy for people to enjoy what they do, feel fulfilled what they do, and even allow their own God-given talents to show through what they do. I want to invite Abimbola to really tell us what she thinks about this.
Well, it's a very interesting topic for me, and I feel like in most cases we focus our purpose on what we're supposed to be doing or what we're doing. Like you're either a doctor, you're a lawyer, you're something, and that's not really your purpose because you can never find full satisfaction in that. That's my own belief. You cannot find true satisfaction in what you're doing because you can get tired after a couple of years. You can look for something else to make you more exciting. So I feel like your real purpose is from God. And the Bible tells us that, we are created for God's glory. And I think until we accept that in our lives, in how we think, in how we address others, that's when we can find our true joy, and that's when we can find our true purpose. But if we're searching for it in things, we can never find it. That's just my own strong belief in that.
Thank you very much, Abimbola. It's really interesting that you talked about what God, destined us to do, because sometimes people think that finding your purpose has to, tune into what God destined you to do makes you like either a religious person or whatever.
Not necessarily.
Right?
No.
Because my thing is, whether we like it or not, we came from somewhere.
Right.
Somebody brought us into this world. We didn't just, make ourselves.
No.
God made us for a reason. And tuning into our purpose makes life more easier. And I want to leave us with something very inspiring to think about today. This is from T.D. Jakes, and he says that if you can find out your purpose, figure out your passion, for your passion will lead you right into your purpose. So in essence, what it really says is, what are those things that really make you happy? What is that thing that when you're doing, you don't even know when the time passes and you're still having fun? You can do it, you don't even think about what you're doing. You're just, simply having fun and feel fulfilled.
Right.
Your creativity comes out. It's like you're finding this, sudden energy from nowhere, and you keep on going. And for me, I likened it in one of the little things I wrote in my blog. It's like, where Jesus talks about where for somebody that discovered the treasure, that the kingdom of heaven is like finding that treasure.
Right.
And then when you find it, you sell all that you have, and then you go out and buy this treasure. And if you want to look at that, something inspiring, that's something that can really, ground it for you, I want you to visit my blog at ogeaboh.blogspot.com, ogeaboh.blogspot.com. It's really been a wonderful, it's been my pleasure spending this time with you. And I want to thank Abimbola and all our special guests that were here with us. And thank you for tuning in and being with us through this whole time. We're going to take a break, and then, so this is going to be it for the day, and we thank you for being part of our program. We look forward to connecting with you next week. Stay blessed. Can you tell our audience what you want them to, live with today?
Well, today we've talked about death, and we've talked about a lot about purpose, and I think it's funny because they're both two different, parts to be dealing with. But what I would say is finding your purpose, just seek God, and God will lead you to what your purpose is. So that when we die, even if we're not celebrated here on earth, we're being celebrated somewhere else in heaven. That's mine.
Thank you. Bye.